Ted Taylor, owner of Highway RV in Lake Alfred, Florida, and today I want to take you on a tour of this new arrival here at the lot. This is a 2005 Monaco Windsor. This is the 40PAQ floor plan. It's 40-foot long luxury diesel pusher. This one is in excellent condition. Let's go ahead and start our tour on the inside. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start this tour here on the inside of the coach. Again, this is a 2005 Monaco Windsor. This is the 40PAQ floor plan, which features 4 slide outs. It's 40 foot long. It's basically 40 foot 10 inches long to be exact. And this one has just at about 70,000 miles, which is great with our Cummins engine, our Allison transmission on here. And this is in fantastic condition. I've known this coach for a few years. This is actually the second time that I'm selling it. The owners had upgraded, or originally gone from a gasoline coach to a diesel, and now are going to be changing their plans a bit. But the coach has been a really good motorhome for them. It's served them well, and I know it's going to do the same for the next owner. It's just a really, really nice one. So what we're going to do on this tour is I'm going to take you through the 40PAQ floor plan. I'm going to show you how it's laid out. I'm also going to point out some of the features on the coach, and then also go over the condition it's in. If we see a high point, I'm going to point out just how nice something is. If I see a flaw or an area that's worn, I will point that out as well, so that you're able to do real shopping at home as you're watching these videos. You'll get a very good, accurate idea of the condition of this rig without having to come take a look at it unless it makes your short list. So we're going to jump right on in. Now, the Monaco Windsor is the entry line into Monaco's luxury diesel territory. So they had their standard diesel line and their luxury diesel line. And the main difference, if I had to boil it down to a couple of key features that are always present on the luxury side of the spectrum and are never present, usually, at least in Monaco, on the regular diesel line. On the outside, that would be a side radiator. In other words, the luxury line has a side radiator. And on the inside, we have solid hardwood cabinetry. No matter whether it's oak or cherry or walnut, it's going to be solid cabinetry, not only the doors but also the boxes. Definitely, that's one of the high points of a Monaco coach. Their cabinetry is gorgeous. As we go through, I'm going to kind of point out a few areas where it looks really, really pretty. And one thing I like about Monaco, and this is not just a salesman line, it actually looks prettier the older it gets. As the cherry ages, whatever type of cherry it is that they used, the lights don't get as dark, the light parts of the wood don't darken at the same rate as the darker parts. So what you end up with after 10, 15, 20 years is more contrast between the light and the dark areas of the wood. That's maybe a little bit more detail than I normally go into, but this being a Windsor, I kind of wanted to kind of let you know exactly where this one falls. I love the Windsor because it's got all these really nice high-end features, but it's not got a ton of bells and whistles that you don't use. This is a really great coach no matter whether you want to live in it, because it's certainly built well enough to live in full-time. But at the same time, if you want it just for a month or two of use a year, you don't have a gazillion features that you may not be using. So it's one of my favorite coaches. I'm a big Monaco fan. Back before I was in the business, I owned a Monaco coach. I bought one brand new, diesel, and it was a great coach, and I've just always leaned that way. Coming over here and starting up here in the front, we've got some cabinetry up here, storage right here, and then over here we've got a remote controlled gen starting panel right here, and this will also control your inverter. We've got a water pump controls, slide controls. This is your Carefree of Colorado Mirage awning controls. You've got one awning over the entry door, one out over the patio, and this is your IntelliTech power management system right there. So that's going to take care of if you're on generator power, shore power being 50 amp or 30 amp. If it's 30 amp, it will automatically cycle what you're able to use at a particular time, so you're not having to manually shut off this and shut off that. If you can only run a few items, it will have it prioritized for you. Of course, on 50 amp, it's going to let you run practically, most of the items on it. But let's say you have the washer dryer going, both air conditioners going, the fridge is going, the water heater's going. If it's maxing out that 50 amp service, it will automatically knock one thing offline in order to allow the most important thing to run for that time. So it's a really nice thing to have. That's going to be present on any nice luxury diesel coach, or really any diesel coach probably. Here we've got an Emerson flat screen LED television. Of course, this has been upgraded from the original. Over here we've got our electronics. We've got a DVD player and an RCA VCR combo. And then this is our cable or audio-video networking box up here. This is an upgraded, newer model with digital controls on it. Our dashboard's in excellent condition. There's no splits or tears or stains up here on the dash. It's in great shape. I don't see really any cracking on any of the plastic bezels around the instruments. Sometimes if these screws are over-tightened, you'll get some cracking around them, but I really don't see any of that on this one. We've got an updated JVC flat screen, touchscreen stereo right here. It's got Bluetooth on it and map. I think it's got GPS and all that, or at least GPS compatible on it. We can start our generator over here. This is TV and radio power. They got dash fans, our HVAC controls for the air conditioner and heater. We've got a smart wheel on this, so you're able to operate your windshield wipers, your lights, and your cruise control right from the steering wheel. And this one's got a nice wood and leather steering wheel, which is really nice, kind of a fancy looking steering wheel. Over here we've got our Allison transmission controls, and this one has the Firestone IntelliRide system. It's a little bit different leveling system than most, but you've got a height control where you can adjust the ride of the coach from high to low. So if you had to go, like, say, up onto a driveway where it's maybe pitched upward and you need to raise the coach as much as possible, you can push the ride control to raise you up. And likewise, if you're parked and you want to squat the coach down so you can get off of it easier, you can go ahead and lower your coach. And then it's got a single button for horizon leveling. You just touch that and it'll level you out. So it's a really nice system, and it is an air leveling system. Our driver and passenger seats are both in really great shape. This one is nearly perfect. This one is got just a tiny bit of wear, or a bit of wear here on the front edge of it. Just some little micro cracks in it. But overall, they're both in really, really great condition. Certainly does not need to be recovered or anything like that. Coming back into this area, we've got newer, updated carpet. It is a sculpted design similar to what was in it originally. The color is, at best I remember, basically the same color that was always in it from the factory. We've got a sofa over here, and it is a full pull-out sleeper sofa, so you're going to be able to make I think that's a queen-size bed that will fold out of there. You can see we've got our area of cabinets up above the sofa right there. Again, all cherry cabinetry. Right here's a great example of what the Monaco cherry cabinetry kind of does over time. You can see this area gets nice and dark. This area has stayed a little lighter. It almost looks like a hickory wood, but it is cherry, and I just love this. To me, this is just looks like there's no doubt when you see that cabinetry that is solid hardwood and really, really high quality. The finish is impeccable on it. We recently, last year, went to the big RV show in Louisville, Kentucky, and I was just shocked at how poor the cabinetry quality is in a lot of the new coaches, and stuff that's costing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's just pathetic cabinetry work. I don't know that we'll ever have coaches built again that are going to be quite this good in the price range as these were. We've got our pleated shades back here that are in great shape. I love the window treatments on this Windsor. You've got the cherry wood with the bit of fabric inlay into it, and what I like about it, it's very neutral, and that doesn't matter. If that was 30 years old, that is still going to look contemporary and fresh because it's not trendy. The fabrics aren't going to go out of style. That is always going to look great. Coming over to the other side, this one's set up with the desk in the corner. So we've got a file cabinet down here, a couple of drawers. Right here we've got a pull-out keyboard tray, and plenty of room here for a laptop. You've got a cable run area right here where you can stick your cables through. Plenty of natural light coming through with lots of blinds back here, all of which are in just great condition. If you can see, we've got some indirect lighting up above the valances in this in the window boxes. Lots of corian countertops down through here, so lots of places to set things for storage or for decoration. There's more cabinetry behind this chair. This chair is an aftermarket chair, but I think it looks really good in here. It's a nice light neutral color, and it's a nice recliner. Be very easy to swap that out with an office chair if you wanted it, or you could move this over, take one of these chairs, put in there when you're working on it, and that'd be great. All of the carpet in this area is in perfect condition as well. Over here, more of the corian. This is our freestanding type dinette. This has got a pull-out extension there where you can kind of just make it seating for 4 or leave it in when it's just 2 folks sitting there. We've got our 2 dinette chairs that are out here. Tiny, tiny little bit of wear, or just a little bit of wear on the lower sections of these right here, and it's just some minor fraying on there. Could probably actually take like one of those little fabric shaver things that they make and run over that and snip those tiny little threads off, and it would probably look practically new again. Not a major thing at all, but we're wanting to really point out the good and the bad. I mean, this is an 05 coach, and it isn't brand new, but it is in excellent condition. We have cabinetry down below the dinette, so you've maximized every place for storage. Right here's your lights for that indirect lighting that's up above there. Coming over to the kitchen, we have our recessed cooktop, and this is one of the upgraded style cooktops. It's an Amana. It's sunk down in the cabinet, so when you're not cooking, you've got full use of that countertop area. And there's a big slab of countertop here. You've got tons of work area. You've got your nice molded in sink over here. It's got a really deep sink, and it's a 50-50 split with a corian molded in. There's no edge here to get dirty or hold mildew or anything. It's in beautiful condition, not any staining or major scratches or anything like that in the counters or in the sink. We've got our Moen pull-out faucet right there. This is filtered drinking water. We've got a fluorescent fixture underneath for lighting, and then of course we've got our light underneath our oven. And this is a microwave convection. It's the Sharp Carousel, so you can microwave and you can bake in this. It works as an electric oven. More storage there. Look at how much storage we've got below. We've got storage under the sink area. This folds out for sponges and brushes. A bank of 4 drawers here. Nice little drawer right here. Got some convenient outlets. These are just switches for water pumps and lights and stuff like that. Over here we have a nice pull-out storage area, which would be great for canned goods. It's like a small little pantry area. You could also put small kitchen appliances in there, smaller ones that just don't take up a lot of space. And you've got a countertop extension that pulls out there for a little bit of extra prep area. All of the tile through the kitchen area here is in perfect condition. It is ceramic tile. I don't see any cracks or chips on it at all, and the grout is in excellent condition. Over here we have a residential refrigerator. It's a Whirlpool residential in stainless steel, and this has been upgraded. This is a newer refrigerator, and it's a really popular feature to have the residential refrigerator in these versus the RV refrigerator, which has much, much smaller capacity. And the real downside of the RV refrigerator is the upkeep costs. When they go bad, they are very expensive to fix. If you were to have this go bad, worst case scenario, you can run to the Home Depot or Lowe's, get the next closest thing that will fit in the hole, and you slide it in and it's done. So it's a much easier scenario. Right here's our 2-zone thermostat, and this is for our ceiling vent to vent out. We've got some leaded glass panels right here but in front of this shallow cabinet. This is nice, kind of a, it's not a crackle finish, but it's got a, like, it looks like a little frosted design in there with real leading in it. This isn't simulated. This is the real leading work. Coming on back from there, In our bathroom, we have a nice big corner shower. I'm going to let the cameraman come on by so we can get a shot in there. We've got a really nice shower with a area to sit in the corner. There is one hole right here, and all this has probably been is something to hold one of these cords for the shower or something like that. Be very easy to cover that over, but it's not causing any problems right now, but be very easy to put something there to hide that if need be. Over here we have a corian top for our vanity. We've got a mirrored medicine cabinet in there, storage beneath the sink, and a couple of really nice deep drawers right there. Inside here we have our toilet room, and this is a electric flush toilet. It's all china and porcelain bowl. Up here we've got some storage up above it. We've got another mirrored medicine cabinet over here and a second sink. So you've got two places for him and her to both get ready in the mornings. You got more storage down below. I mean, every little nook and cranny that they could think of to put storage in, they have taken advantage of it. And all of this area is paneled with the cherry panels, so they look really high-end and pretty. And then as we come back into the bedroom, we've got a newer flat screen Sanyo television here. We've got some nice big deep storage underneath. This is an area for more electronics if you would like it. We've got a drawer down below, a bank of 3 drawers right here, a nice, this is a clothes hamper. Our blind back here is in great shape. We've got indirect lighting underneath this cabinet. Some more storage up here. Over here we have our electrical panel. We've got our breakers behind here and here. This is our fuses, so everything is in one handy location. We've got our combination washer and dryer in there. And then we've got our, we've got our big wardrobe back here. There's our 2 extra seats or folding chairs for up in the dining area. This is, of course, access to the motor as well as the area that I'm standing here. The carpet here is in really nice condition. Sometimes this gets in really bad shape, but it's in great condition. Another thing that this has is a king bed. We've got a big king bed in here, which got lots and lots of nice room there. We got plenty of storage up above that. And I like that we have the cherry headboard again, so we don't have a lot of fabrics in here that will require updating as it gets older. There's very little fabrics in the windows, so all you really have to do is if you want to change a bedspread and go with a totally different color scheme, you've got pretty much a blank palette back here to do whatever you want to do to kind of make it your own. Everything in here is in just really nice condition. I would say overall the interior of the coach is probably an 8.5 on the 10 scale. Any wear and tear that it does show is just normal minor wear and tear, nothing that is out of the ordinary, and it's in just, I would say it's in the top 10-15% of all used 05s you would look at when it comes to its condition. Everything on it's working great. So if you have any questions about it, we would be glad to answer any of your other questions. And one other thing I want to point out that I did not go over when we were up in the dashboard area is that this does have the Aladdin system. So if you want to monitor your engine, your trip computing functions, or even your holding tanks, you use this Aladdin system, which is a computer-driven system. And we do have a joystick for that back here. So you have usually a couple of different locations around the coach where you can monitor your holding tanks, and that will also work. This joystick that's back here on this wall will work the monitor that's up there on the dash, and if it's wired up right, it will actually show that on this television. If it's not wired up, it's really easy to do. A lot of times people don't use that function and it won't be hooked up when they put a new TV, but if it's something that you would like, we can make sure it's hooked up for you. So that's the inside of this motorhome. Let's go ahead and head on out to the outside. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue our tour here on the outside of the coach. Again, this is a 2005 Monaco Windsor 40PAQ model. That's got 4 slide outs. It's 40 foot, 10 inches long, and this one has just over 70,000 miles. We're going to start right up here at the front. As you'll see behind this door, we've got an Awning Quiet Diesel 8000 generator here, an 8,000 watt generator. It's got 722 hours on it, which is absolutely nothing on an Awning diesel generator, but you've got a power button to pull that in, so we can suck that right back in there. Over here is one of my favorite parts of a Monaco. If you pull off this panel right here, everything is so nicely labeled, all your fuses for the chassis and all of that type of stuff. Their electrical wiring is just very, very well organized, and it makes it very easy to troubleshoot any potential problems you might have. The paint in this area is in beautiful condition. You get a good view of the color. We've got this taupey brown with this champagne gold and the deep burgundy wine, and it's a really rich burgundy wine color, and just a beautiful outside paint scheme. I think it's the prettiest of the paint schemes that they offered that year, and would definitely have been my choice if I were buying new. The front is in excellent shape. There's barely any chips or anything like that on it. Most of these are just a couple of little tiny little bug marks here and there, but we've got a chip here, tiny little chip here, one little one here, probably no more than a dozen chips over the front of the cap here. Just in excellent condition. It does not have the protective film on it, which I'm just not a fan of that protective film whatsoever. It's so difficult and costly to remove it every few years that I just think it's better off to have a couple of little rock chips here and there and just touch them up if they bother you that much. This is going to be getting a brand new windshield in it. We do have a crack over on the corner, but it's getting replaced. That'll be included, of course, in the sale. Up here we've got our mirrored mirrors. Easy for me to say. This is in great shape. The hubs down here are great because they've got a covering on these. There is a little bit of peeling on the chrome arm right here. That's a really, really common thing on these Valterra mirrors. But this one's in pretty darn nice shape, other than just this one area right here. Our entry step's in good shape. Our entry door area is in nice shape. I'm not seeing any scratches that are really jumping out at me. We've got an over the door awning up there that will come out just over the entry door. So if you don't want to deploy your patio awning, you have that option. We of course have the Mirage patio awning, which is very similar in style to a Girard awning. If you see, we don't have any support arms that come down to intrude in the patio area. It does come directly off of the slide out, so you don't lose any depth. You've got a really nice deep patio area. Sometimes when the awnings are mounted on the side walls, they come out over the awning and you lose a lot of your depth, or come out over the slide out, I should say, and you lose a lot of your depth. Right in here we've got our LP gas tank and our diesel tank. And on a Monaco, those are spread across the width of the coach so that they are equally distributing the weight from one side to the other. I really like how they've done the storage bays on this. You've got these clever little hidden latches for this door that latch in here, so you don't have any exterior latch here to intrude visually, and you open this up like a set of barn doors and you've just got this really nice access through here. And we've got slide trays on both of these, so these will slide out here to make accessing stuff easier when the slide out is out. I'll just leave those open. Well, I'll go ahead and latch them back so I can talk about the condition of them. There's not hardly any chips of any sort on any of this. I see one tiny rock chip right here, and there's a tiny, like a door ding right here, but very, very few scratches. No problems here whatsoever. The paint is in gorgeous condition. Of course, there's no delamination around this coach. All the sidewalls are in excellent condition. There's no signs on the inside or the outside that I see of any past leaks. Right here we've got our hot water heater, and put that back on there. It's in nice shape behind there. This is our furnace. This is the back side for rear access to that residential refrigerator. All of this is in great shape. There's no checking in the clear coat. There's no checking in the fiberglass. That's really important to look for on Monaco's country coaches. A lot of your Highline coaches back in the mid-2000s, from the early to the late 2000s, have checkering issues with the fiberglass, and this one does not have any of it that I see at all on this side. This got more storage over here. Right here's a docking light. This is one of our other slides that's back in the bedroom. This area right here is more of our coach electrical system. You have your cutoffs for the chassis and the house wiring right there. Everything is labeled nicely. All that paint's in really nice shape. I see one little scratch down here, but everything's in beautiful condition on the side walls. Coming around to the back, our back side here is in really nice shape. We've got an aluminum ladder to access the roof. Back cap is in nice condition. Not a bunch of scratches down in this area or anything. I see a little scratch that's been touched up right there, but we can pull this door open right here, and you get a shot at our ISL Cummins engine in there. I believe this is a 400 horsepower. I'm going to have to double check that, but I'm pretty certain it's the 400 horsepower one on this one. Have to check my specs. I forgot to do that. I apologize. Any questions you have, though, this is mainly a video just to give you an overview of the coach. I don't script these. I don't write them out. If I did, I'd be kind of embarrassed at the little mistakes that I make, but we just do these on the fly. They're mainly meant to give you an idea of the condition of the coach and some of the features that it has, but it's not intended to go over every single feature and look at every single thing on it. Now, if you like the coach, we can send you a very detailed picture package where I'll go in detail, and any little scratch I see, I take a picture of it. Any little flaw on the inside, we take a picture of it. Coach like this, you'll get upwards of 200 pictures on that detailed picture package. So if you're coming from out of state, we'll be able to let you know with almost 100% certainty the condition of this coach from a cosmetic standpoint before you ever get here. Coming around to the driver's side of the coach, equally beautiful over here. No checkering in any of the fiberglass, no clear coat peeling or anything like that. There's our side radiator, so you can see how much that opened up access to that motor in the back. All this paint is just virtually perfect. Look at how nice and deep the gloss is. I mean, Monaco just did a great job on their luxury coaches with nice high quality paint. In here we've got our dump station. We've got black and gray water tanks. We've got our RV SantaCon system, so you can use either traditional dumping or the macerator type system. We got storage lights. This is a tank monitor for that Aladdin system. You just touch that and it'll give you the fresh, the gray, and the black water levels. And right in here is your water hose, and that is on a reel, so you can just pull that out, and it's a power hose reel. I'm not going to open those two because that's just the other side of that big barn door storage that's on the other side. Right in here, we've got just access to the freshwater tank. And this is the other side of that propane tank, and you'll see that the propane and the diesel tank both stretch all the way the whole width of the coach. Our wheels are in great shape on this coach. We've got, I did not check the date codes on the tires before I filmed the video, so if you'll get with me, I will, like this is a 22 of 16, so it's just about the middle of 2016 on the date codes, which is well within range, but I'd be glad to check all of the date codes for you if you're interested in the coach. So if you'd like more information, give us a call at 863-956-1036. You can also email us at info@highwayrv.com, and we'll be glad to get information to you that way. You can also request that detailed picture package, and we go out and we take that package for you if we don't have it taken already. You can also connect with us on Facebook at our Highway RV Facebook page. And also, if you like this video, I know it's a long video, but if you like them and you'd like to keep up on all the new inventory we get here at Highway RV, click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll get a notification every time we've filmed a new video. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on RV Trader or RVT or our website, or maybe we've posted this on Facebook, you can go ahead and make your way to highwayrv.com, and there's a link right on our home page that will take you to our YouTube channel, or go to YouTube and type in Highway RV. You should see our page come up, and you can get to us that way. And again, just click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and click the like button if you like it. And again, not meant to be an all-encompassing detail of every aspect of this coach, but I hope that it's been helpful to you in determining whether or not this might be the right coach for you or not. I certainly appreciate you taking the time to watch this rather lengthy video, but you have a great day and God bless.